Going well.
Did you get raffle tickets?
The only ticket in the drum I stole. That's how unlucky.
Picks up good.
All my niceness.
Oh, you mean this? Well, all I mean is that this is the post-field day edition of the Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association business meeting. And I just want to say that verbally and graphically, Nick did a great job. He did a super job. All right. We will call the meeting to order at 7:02. And I want to welcome the best looking hands in the hobby. Just look at that. All right, don't look that much. And they're pretty nice too. Leave it at that. Do we have visitors today that we need to recognize? Is it anybody's first meeting?
My first meeting here.
Well, then.
Welcome.
Reed, yes, W2HTO. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a member here, but I.
Oh, no, we appreciate that. But I honestly, I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, it's my first meeting in this building, but I'm.
Okay.
Finished. Last time I.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
We didn't get quite like I was.
Yeah.
We've been moving to our new house, and took us to sell our house, and so on. So,
Wow, okay. Well, welcome back.
Antenna talk is my thing tonight because I gotta figure out how to do that.
There you go. All right, very good. No other newbies or new people here that we need to recognize. Mark, are you new? Yeah.
Mark?
No. All right, buddy, just check. Okay, announcements. The next VE session will be Saturday, August 5th, 2023 at the Wayne County Justice Center. Stephanie, you have anything else to say about your VE session coming up?
Yeah, August 5th is our next VE session. We're down in Wayne County with our wonderful friends of the Wayne Group, and it's at the Justice Center. It's always a great time down there. We do February, and starting last year, we've been doing 6 sessions here and 2 in Wayne, so we do February and August in Wayne.
Okay.
So
Information is on our webpage, wawky.org, under the Education tab. Really hard to find, but if you find that Education tab right at the top of the page, click on that, and all that information is there. Anything else, Stefan?
that's it right now.
All right, buddy. I also sent some information out to the club about the FCC proposal, I guess, or it's an initiative, RM 11953. And
No, it's a petition, so the group petitioned the FCC to make rules, to do rulemaking.
Right.
So this is the comment period for other people to tell the FCC they should or shouldn't start a rulemaking for this.
Okay, got it. And Jason did a lot of research on that. Jason wrote a response, and which is really very good. Want to just briefly summarize what you said?
Yeah, so the proposal is for, basically it's for high-speed traders who are trying to deal with things like currency and like futures arbitrage, where they can buy something slightly cheaper in one market and then sell it for slightly more in another market to make, well, they make huge profits doing it because they're trying to purchase these things like before market data can update. Right? Yeah, milliseconds. Yeah, they're trying to do really good at that. So this group's theory is that they can actually transmit the data between their trading centers faster over radio than over the current fiber optic IP networks, which I guess they've proved it. I find that slightly hard to believe, but I guess they've proved it. Their petition is a little odd. They're asking for the FCC to change the Part 90 land mobile radio rules to allow a special class of transmitter that will do, what do they call it? Non-voice digital communications at 20 kilowatts. Which in and of itself isn't really a big deal, right? I mean, that shortwave broadcasting and stuff. The interesting thing is they're trying to do it under Part 90, and they're trying to set it up so that they have, so that the masking requirements, so in Part like 90, for example, there's masking requirements that says when you get so far of a percentage off your bandwidth, you can't have emissions more than, minus whatever dB from your carrier, things like that. The thing that's interesting about this proposal that could affect things is if they pass it as is, if they leave the filtering in place as described, and if they give licenses right next to a ham band, that's where you'll run into issues. Because like Jeff mentioned, Jeff and I were talking about earlier, 20,000, with 20 kilowatts, their proposal is at 250% of the bandwidth, and their bandwidth is 50 kilohertz. So they're talking about 125 kilohertz off the center frequency. They're claiming that filtering of 35 dB is sufficient. But at 20 kilowatts,
So 20 kilowatts through most likely a 10 dB antenna is 200 kilowatt ERP.
right.
And then you take the 35 dB down, and you're at, it works out to like 65 watts, which could end up in the ham bands.
Right.
That's a lot of power.
Yeah. So I don't know where the ARL, I didn't see Scott. Is he here?
Scott's out. They have meetings.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You did say that. So I don't know where the ARL is going to come down on this. There was a big surge of hysteria online, and then other people have been chirping up. It's like, well, hold on, let's not claim the sky is falling kind of thing. So.
Just saw last night, just in the last couple of days, Dave K-E-0-O-T, who writes some for ARRL magazine, and also has YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that video is great.
He had about a 1-minute video he put out 2 days ago. Behooves yourself to watch it. He had a lot of background on it. I thought, did you see it?
Yeah, I watched that
And
video.
I thought it was a good video.
Yeah.
Who put that out?
Yeah, I can.
K7AGE.
I'll mail it out to the club.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, if you search for like Dave ham radio is ending, or like if that's like the name of the title.
Casper, okay. All right, so.
He's in QSP every month.
Yeah.
Past Dave.
Okay, very good. I will, end
Get
this
her on
with
closer.
that, like I said, I did contact Scott Young, and Scott, he said this could be something we would be concerned about. And they were gonna talk about it this week at their meetings, and they have a board meeting, I think it's tomorrow, I think it's Saturday. I'm next week, and I promise I will let you all know, whatever Scott comes up with. I think they're gonna come up with a plan. Well, first off, I guess they're gonna, decide whether or not it is an issue, and, or what could be an issue, and, they'll have a plan of action. So, I'll let you know as soon as any questions about that? Not that I can answer them, but.
Gary, I just want to add to what was discussed here. That doesn't surprise me, this initiative, because about 10 years ago, the stock exchanges between Chicago and New York licensed microwave networks across northern Ohio, across Pennsylvania, for the sole purpose that microwave radio will transmit faster, signals faster than fiber optic cable. And they can get trades a couple milliseconds quicker done through microwave radio links.
Now, why would you ever be involved in that?
I don't know why. But anyway, so this doesn't surprise me. That's probably a few more milliseconds even faster than microwave radio.
More distance. Yeah.
I
Fewer repeaters.
And I think one of the things that the radio community, the ham community should think about is if we want to push for modernization of HF, we shouldn't poo-poo every interesting and novel use of HF that comes along, especially if it's not going to be a huge detriment to hams. I think we got to be careful. Like if you look at the filings, there's like 1,000 people who just wrote like, I'm a ham, this will end ham radio. It's terrible. Sad. Like,
Yeah, that's not productive.
My more specific concern is, I think one of the lines that caught me was that, one of their justifications is that no one has complained yet while we're testing it, so obviously it's okay. That kind of bothers me. A lack of complaint does not really correlate with anything.
yeah, but I understand that part.
Of course you do. And I'm also thinking if they're going to make a bunch of money off taking a chunk out of ham band, maybe they should spread the money around and use that to, pay for ARRL's being or something.
Well, right now, they're not taking a chunk out.
Well, what I was saying to Jeff
They
earlier,
get Jason's.
well, that's why they're trying to jam it into Part 90 rules rather than have a new license class that the FCC can auction off for big bucks. Because if you talk about like cell band auctions, those are billions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how the FCC is going to look at this, because that's really a broadband initiative, and most of the stuff at the FCC, the thrust or they're doing narrowband stuff, and that's like what you were talking about. And, I don't know, we'll have to see. And it's too early to really, jump on any kind of bandwagons, but we'll wait to see what the RRL has to say.
It's the end of ham radio.
No. Okay, anything else on this?
No, that I haven't asked.
Concrete. Yes.
Yes.
Well, because they're gonna put a 20 kilowatt transmitter right next to your house. Okay, and you're gonna turn green.
And every time they transmit, it's going to change your channel off of the Guardians.
You're not green yet, Gary.
Well, you haven't seen me without my makeup on.
I read through the proposal just the other day, and it seems to me that most of the justifications that they're using are very ambiguous, and a lot of the information that they're passing is not really accurate or factual in some cases. What really bothers me is, and they say, and I'll quote this, one statement in the whole proposal, the proposed amendments also have the potential to spur additional innovations in the use of the 2 to 25 megahertz band frequencies. Now, they haven't said how many and where they're gonna put these transmitting towers. They can put them in New York, LA, Chicago, Akron, they can put them all over the place. They haven't said, so that's the thing that concerns me.
Yeah, well, and again,
That could be why there's no complaints, because they're not close enough to people that care yet.
well, Put them on cell phone towers.
You don't know.
I mean, this is an issue, that is the issue. Yeah. Well, in answer to his question, it's somebody across the band, even if you don't have the antenna, have a 6.5 watt signal, right, next door to you.
63 watts. 60, yes.
No, you said 55 with the antenna.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
So it's up to the antenna, it's still, go down to 10 dB from there, it's still 6.5 watts, if they don't use the antenna. And 20 dB antennas aren't unheard of. So it could be 120 watts right next door to you. Because they're, I mean, everybody fusses about the Chinese radios not being down, what, 50 dB? And we're talking 20,000 watts instead of 5 watts, we're talking 35. Different frequency, but. Some of those Chinese radios are, I think, spread. And that's what this is, 2 to 20, I mean. Well, you know, how do you encrypt that? Huh? You're not gonna encrypt, an EHF signal. I mean, you can encrypt, it, but it's not encrypted.
No, you can, on the Part 9 stuff, you can.
No, you can encrypt it, but. You're saying it's, I mean, it's easy to unencrypt this.
No, you can use real cryptography on commercial.
You can encrypt the crap out of it.
Yeah. I may or may not have stuff that does.
I do.
No, it is perfectly legal where I use it.
Two words for you, plausible deniability.
I mean,
No one's complained about it, right?
I'm pretty sure the shipping manifest is gonna destroy the.
Basically, it's exactly the same technology they use to track nuclear weapons across the country. There's 5 sites across the country that put out HF, and all the trucks have a little antenna somewhere on them. They used to be very obvious, right on top of the cab, and a tuner in them. And they jump around from frequency to frequency, depending on what the maximum usable frequency is, and they report the location of the truck continuously to, I think it's 4 sites in the country, and it's basically the same data technology, except you're dealing with a kilowatt as opposed to 20 kilowatts. So I mean, the technology is basically there. It's not that new a technology. Okay. All right. Let's move right along. We'll have a lot more information on this later. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was just going to mention that there are serious proposals afoot to greatly increase the executive power of the president at the expense of independent agencies like the FCC or the ICC or whatever. And once that is, if that does go into effect, that gives the president the power to overrule anything the FCC might decide to do along these lines. So that's a consideration too.
I'm running for president. Okay, I'm gonna, let's move along if you don't mind. KEATQR.
How do you?
The Tower Party. Okay. So.
All right, let me stand up. For all those that I have not met, introduce myself. My name is Keith, KEATQR, just like it says. I am putting up a 50-foot tower. I need a little bit of help. I'm working on the base section, concrete rebar. Rebar cage is done. It is complete. The excavator will be out on July 29th, which is a Saturday. He will dig the hole, and then he will come up to the garage with his backhoe, and this is where I need help. I built the rebar cage in the garage. Might have been a good idea, might have been a bad idea. So I need some able-bodied people that can help me carry it to. I wasn't going to mention anybody that tried to get out of lifting by doing something stupid. I was trying to be nice, but I need some able-bodied persons that can help me carry the rebar cage out of the garage to the door so that he can actually pick it up with the equipment and then carry it to the hole correctly and gently put it into the hole so that I can start getting concrete. So I'm asking for anyone that's able-bodied. It's the Saturday the 29th at 10:30 a.m., weather permitting. I also have one other thing. If any anybody knows anything about rotors, I have a high gain tail twister 2 that has been sitting on a friend's shelf for about 25 years. I took it apart, well, I took the bottom off. I did not lose any of the ball bearings. There's still a little bit of grease. They do show a little rust on some of the bearings, but I don't know enough about them. I could send it out, but what those things weigh, we all know, they're heavy. I talked to, I think his name's Norm Rotor Service, because Katz, what I'm reading, is going out of business. He's retiring. That's what I read on his website. So anyone that knows anything about rotors that might be able to help me just look it over, grease it, put in new bearings, I would appreciate it. So that's my 2 things for tonight. If you need me, see me during the meeting. I'll be here to the end of the meeting, or you can get my information off of the roster, my email, my phone number. Please do not text the phone number. It's a landline, not a cell phone. I will not get it. But don't answer. Just leave a message, please. Well, landline? Oh yeah, I have a rotary dial phone. But anyway, I would appreciate any help on either of those 2 things. So thank you very much, and I'll let you get back to me.
How many people do you think you need to carry that cage?
I have 4 kind of lined up right at the moment. Bill, N8LTR, and I figured that the cage weighs somewhere in the vicinity of 300 pounds.
How big of a cage did you build?
4 by 4. There are 74 pieces of rebar. It's half-inch rebar. Each piece is 4 feet long. You got the wire that's holding it all together, plus the 3 legs, which are steel. So it's in the neighborhood of 300 pounds. I figured 6 to 8 of us might be able to pick up. We only got to go about 12 feet, so I'm hoping we can do that. I'm not going to have Dick do it because, yeah. When I was much younger, I could pick it up by myself because I had that big S on my chest that said stupid, but I'm not young anymore, so. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, there's nothing wobbly about it. Well, it's up on sawhorses. So all we really have to do is lift it, move the sawhorses out of the way, carry it straight out. That's all we really need to do. So if I can get 6 to 8, I think we should be able to get away with it. I've never done this before, so this is all brand new to me. Thank you.
I work for beer.
That is one alcoholic beverage that I don't have on my property. So at 10:30 in the morning, that's not going to happen.
All right, very good. All right, Keith, we'll figure something out. I am serious about you.
So you can argue with the better half. I'm in South Ohio on Killian Road, if you're familiar with it.
Okay. Any other announcements? We go to pause. David.
I want to welcome Stefan, NAWB, as officially a new part of the Barometer Net Control team. You may know his voice from his Newsline articles. He's done a few nets before, and he's going to be, I think you're going to start alternating Saturdays with David, is that correct?
Yeah.
So that's going to be who you're going to hear every other Saturday. So please treat Stefan nicely, at least for a while.
Let's not go too far.
At least for a while. And just again, if anybody has any interest at all, please, the Barometer Net is a great place to just get a little bit of experience doing net control. If you just want to try to do it a little bit, am I getting like rabbit ears back here? It's very informal. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to get to say hi to everybody and a whole bunch of folks that you might not get to talk to. And then when it comes down to it, and we really need somebody, you're in a situation where you're the guy who needs to coordinate something. You've got a little experience under your belt, and you might be of benefit to those in your community. So it's just a great way just to practice how do you organize a bunch of people that you can't see? If you could just call it a lesson in herding cats. And they're generally pretty good at herding themselves. You put out some food, you know where to find it. Just some hints for kids. Thanks. Stefan, welcome. I'm looking forward to checking in with you.
Okay, any other announcements for the good of the cause? Nothing, okay. Let's move right along. The June 15th meeting minutes were emailed. I trust everyone. What I'd like to see happen with minutes like that, once Mike emails them out, you know what, I'm going to put some people in the corner. There's way too much extraneous excuse. So, what I'd like to see is the minutes, just take a peek at the minutes, especially if you don't attend the meetings, or if you don't make a meeting, then please look at the minutes. And if you attended the meeting, look at the minutes. If there's any errors or anything that needs to be adjusted, email either Mike or myself, and we'll take care of it. And of course, we have to approve the minutes, and that's what we want to do now. I need a motion to approve the June 15th meeting minutes. Fred? And second by Stefan. Any dissent on approving the motion? Hearing nothing, the motion passes. We voted. All right, next. Aha. The infamous. All right. We had a quite busy month this month, as you can see. We did have a statement beginning balance 5068.59. We did have deposits for the OCF dipole antenna build project sales. That was additional gross receipts. Deposit for 50/50 raffle, membership dues, apparel sales, additional apparel sales. It's gross receipts. And then, of course, we have expenses, power graphics, apparel, it's cost of goods, miscellaneous field day equipment, anchors, and some other items needed for field day. All-Star hosting is in there, and also our cost of goods for the OCF dipole antenna build, which I'll give Jason a lot of great credit for. He had sort of come up with the amount that it was going to cost, and it's actually fairly difficult by the time you get shipping and everything else involved in it, and it came out to be almost exactly the amount that was collected, so it worked out really good. And last one on there was our annual fees for the SARE website and WooCommerce for taking credit card payments and other things, reporting and stuff in the background. Ending balance $43,1724, $1,100 in the repeater replacement maintenance allocation, and $32,1724 in the general fund. All right, gentlemen, for that, any questions on the president's report? All right, nicely done. Okay, next. Oh,
I first.
it was such a good job. I need a motion, Stefan, and Deb. Anybody dissent? No dissension. There we go. All right. Okay. All right, next up, we get to club business. First thing, as I said earlier, this is the post-field day meeting. So here we have it, man. It was, you know what? It was a good time. Again, I can't say enough for Nick taking the bull by the horns. He seems to do that often with more than ham radio. But anyway, I really do appreciate the job you did. I appreciate the job Russ did with the food, and and everybody who participated, because quite honestly, as I've always said, without your participation, there is nothing. So, with that, I do, gotta do this. Do you wanna say anything?
Bravo, Nick.
By the way. Oh, all right. Bill Daggett, that's me. That's a smile. Don't wait too long.
I assure you I will be brief tonight, for obvious reasons. Thanks to everybody who participated. I believe we had 42 check-ins or sign-ins on the sign-in sheet, right? And I'm pretty sure there's probably about a dozen or so that did not sign in as well. So pretty decent participation, methinks. Let's look at another picture. I'll just scoot you up there. All right. Let's see. There's Dave looking up into space with Jason there. That's pretty fun. We got Keith there. He was very helpful. And who's that there?
You signed this.
Yeah, sign. And where's Ron? There you go, man. So obviously there are always some issues. So the what was it? The generator took it out very quickly, and we had that replaced within 20 minutes. We borrowed one, and then we had a backup for that within an hour. So jumped over that. The antenna did not seem to be transmitting as well as it could once we got it up, and getting it out was also an issue. Don't take that out of context, please. Jason almost lost a couple of digits there. Did you not? It was close.
There was several pinch fingers.
I heard you yell.
I did.
Okay, and putting that thing out was quite cumbersome. So that's something we're going to be looking at. When the antenna did not seem to be working properly, we had a whole bunch of antennas ready to go up in the air, and that happened pretty quickly as well. And we did make a bunch of contacts. I don't have a sheet up here. That's in Firefly somewhere. We made a bunch of points. We didn't do thousands of contacts like some of the other clubs did, but it's a contest. It's not a contest. So that really wasn't the goal, and I kind of stated that from the time we started. It's about having a good time, and we did have a good time. One of the biggest things about Field Day is reaching out and meeting people, and we did recruit a new member at that one, at this one. Ben, was it KEHQ, right? All right, Ben spent time with Ken Dorsey. Set up a hotspot. Ken spent some hours there. He was around, I think you were there almost as long as me, and I was there from start to finish. So you spent some time there. I saw him talking to all kinds of people. He's a club member now. Ben, stand up and introduce yourself. That's what we usually do at the beginning. Congratulations.
Hi, Ben.
I get on the Beacon Net. I've been trying to do that, I think, the last month now. So I don't know any. I know a couple people here now, but I'm sure I've probably heard a bunch of you guys. That's about all I got.
There you go. Welcome, Ben. Thanks for being here, man. I'm glad you made it tonight. Ben took off work so we could be here. Oh, you went into the fun side. Yeah, you went oh, these guys are really cool. Yeah, of course not. Yeah, they were like, where's your card? Oh. You're welcome on this side. All right, so everybody who was supposed to be there was there, and some people who weren't supposed to be there were there. Everybody had fun. When we didn't have a generator, we used Ken's batteries for a while. Thank you, Ken. And the food was awesome. Thank you, Russ. Ken, those potato chips, what were they?
Limon chips?
Limon chips.
Yes.
Yes, I had 2 or 3 of them and told them they were the worst thing I ever tasted in my life. 2 hours later, I was begging him to go back to the car and get more bags of them. But that's what happens overnight at Field Day. So a couple of things that have come out of this is Sunday morning, as we were standing around in the mist, those of us who still remain, we need an easier way to put the antennas up in the air. Jason were to lose fingers, we would be SOL. I can lose an entire arm, it doesn't hurt anything. If Jason loses a finger, we're in trouble, all right? Special thanks to everybody who was there overnight, and Scott. Who else was there? This guy was there all night, working 40 meters. He must have made about 80 contacts. Every half hour he'd come up to me and say, I'm going home now. And then I'd look over and he'd be back there. 28 states. How many? 28 states. 28 states? Two provinces. You go, man. There you go. See, we're having some fun. That's, why we didn't do the schedule thing. We had a whole bunch of CW contacts. Thank you, David. You're all over that. So we're putting together sort of an antenna deployment and antenna commission, and some of those guys that were there in the morning, you know who you are, Wayne, Rick, Jacob, Scott, Ron, and we're going to figure something out so that maybe, yes, Jason, which one? Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just kidding, Jason.
You're in with the antenna committee people.
We have a committee?
Yeah, oh yeah. We're about to. Commission. We're looking for the magic bullet. So everyone that there was there all night, thank you very much. I was there. Gary was there in spirit. If I was in the flesh. He was definitely there in spirit. So
Before we go to the next slide, I do want to just the next couple slides is really and truly, as far as this club is concerned, what ham radio and field day for us is all about. And that's just some of the guys working and putting stuff together, and just honestly having a good time. And we certainly appreciated everything that everybody did. So, and give special kudos to
G4SCK.
yeah,
Mark's not here, man. Safety officer dude outdid himself. Mark, I wish you were here because they got a high five him. When I went out in the dark for the first time and saw that he had gone around to all the guy lines and hung Sialoom light sticks on them so they were glowing in the dark, I just had to say, he took this to the next level. And good for Mark. Who else we got there? There's Mike. Mike Schachter, where are you? He's working the radio. Rick Niebuhr, where are you? Thank you, Rick. He was all over the place. Thank you for having your antenna there ready to rock and roll. Oh, there's Scott. He's working the camera. And Lane's back there. Who's that? I think that character is right here. I don't know. There's Silver, his radio. There's Lane. Yeah, Lane's not here. There's a smiling face. Give us a smile there, man. And I don't know how GKG got in there. Where is he? He's not here today. All right. So, oh yeah, there's me, and that's Mayor Bill. That's the mayor of Rittman. And come on, there you are. Who's with you there? That's you.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my grandson.
That's your grandson?
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. I didn't get to meet him. But Mayor Bill and Dick are there. So we got the points for the mayor being there. So that was a bonus. And yeah, it's about having a good time. We did. Oh, there's Dave too. Oh, what's that guy? Brooker. JNX. He always has to show up with these guys. So there's the happy faces, and that is what it's all about. Who's the man? JIQ. Oh, he looks happy too. We did sell a bunch of t-shirts. We sold out of t-shirts. All right. We ate a whole bunch of food. Do you have any meatballs left there? No, you're good. Yeah, look at Russ. It's like, no.
You didn't lose any this year, did you, Russ?
no. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for the watch. Nobody else would take it.
Gary taught me how to make coffee. Yeah. So,
Bottom left-hand corner, that's Gary and his good friend that he talks about on the run and everything.
Eileen? Yeah.
So, and we will conclude with this, and I mean that sincerely. Again, it is your participation that makes this thing all work, and for that I thank everyone. Okay, moving right along. Club Business Social Committee, we have a picnic coming up, we have a holiday party coming up. We have the Barometer Net Initiative that I'm gonna talk about a little bit, and Russ, wanted to talk a little bit about our rubber ducks out. So, that's what we have. Well, I know. Mention it, see if it exists. I mean, you know. So you're up, Russ.
Anyway, the picnic is gonna be here at the pavilion on Sunday, September 17th. That's 2023, from 1 to 6.
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
2 o'clock. We might get here early. Make sure things are set up.
Cause I go to church and I don't get out that quick.
Right. Yeah, it'll be from 2 to, actually, we have the thing all day, so, I mean, it's,
So my current plan is hamburgers and hot dogs.
yeah, tentatively, we wanted to do it first year August, but we had to push it to, September. That's a Sunday, September 17th. So, put that in your calendar, save the date, September 17th for the holiday party.
We're gonna say 2 to 6, or 2 to whenever, and, for the hamburgers and hot dogs, and I'm thinking Italian sausage. Just kind of up in the air. They got a giant grill out there that takes 2 minutes of boy to lift the lid on. So, we're gonna be a big bag of charcoal, we're gonna like that, we're gonna grill right in the picnic, instead of having to come out here and be all dry and,
Should be good.
so, and everybody bring a dish, if you wanna share. You can bring me a dish especially for me, put my name on it. And, we'll have 50-50. I don't know if we'll have any extra prizes this year, I haven't come up with anything yet. But,
To be announced.
yeah. Yeah, I got another month to worry about it. So, then, in December 14th is gonna be the Christmas party. It will be here on the pavilion. No, it'll be in here, I believe, right?
It'll be in here, yeah. We're gonna have it catered here.
Nice.
We're not going back there? Yeah. Here. Oh, wait a minute, maybe we should, I'd be.
You go there.
Oh, here.
Oh, no, I like Bill.
Westlake,
Okay.
So that's,
just now.
that's on December 14th, what time did we say?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
That's dinner, so, give people, it's the second Thursday of December. We, pushed it back to the second Thursday, so it's not so close to Christmas.
So it's on the Wayne Amateur Radio Club meeting night. Come
Yeah.
It's the Thursday.
Well, that's usually our meeting, or,
No, we do the third Thursday,
Oh.
but the third Thursday would be too close.
What, the
to-
21st?
just have to move
I
your
mean,
Santa's already on the roof at that point.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So, Eric, I'm sorry,
I just have to bring it up.
well, you do every year.
Move your meeting.
Okay.
We might price your party.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi. All right, Russ, anything else? Okay.
Is there anything else?
You want to talk about the rubber duck?
I haven't done anything about it, but,
So it was an idea that we would, do an event for, and it needed the rubber ducks, downtown Akron, for a ball game, and they do some special things for us.
well, they just, they put you on the board, and they announce that you're there. And so I think we can get a whole, I haven't checked on it. I've seen other people do it, like when I went to the library, they do it. And you just go down there, and I don't know how they do the tickets or anything, but you, they announced that that group is there. And I thought about, having other clubs involved too to get more people.
Or put it out over the barometer.
Yeah, but I need to find out how it works first.
Well, and the reason we're bringing it up today, is there interest in going to a ball game in Akron? Anybody? If you're interested, raise your hand. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. All right.
I'm gonna try to do
Fireworks night.
Yeah. Would anybody be upset if we included other clubs or other people not members? Okay, good. So, Russ, look at it and see if it works. Okay,
Yeah,
very
you'll
good.
probably just have to buy your ticket, so it shouldn't cost the club anything.
No.
And so anybody who wants to get in on the group,
Okay, and I wanted to talk about, yeah, Fred.
Now, Russ said buy our own tickets. Now, wouldn't the club go ahead and procure the tickets and then we would buy them? You know what I mean? Joe Blow wants to go to the game. He signs up and puts down his $14 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And then he gets his ticket, right? Yeah, okay.
We'll find out the details. Russ will find out the details.
Because if you just go down to the ballpark and buy your own ticket, there's a good chance none of us be near each other.
Well, no, that's the whole idea about doing it as a group.
that's why I have to talk to them. At what point, I don't know, because everybody
I love
No.
Okay.
They used
So-
to sell a block of tickets for to a group, and then they also had it, they would have a deal for the game, hot dog things, that type of deal.
Yeah, but what's that gonna cost?
Well, that's what you have to find out. Part of it, and apparently they get a good deal on that, to get groups to go with it.
I did one time.
Yeah, I'll get it.
All right, Gary, you're up.
Okay, so, I was thinking about doing something about the barometer again. We got, Rod, stand up, show off your shirt. So, yeah, we sold the barometer net shirts, a couple of years ago. I was thinking about doing maybe another round of shirts with a different design and maybe something, super better. Super fabulous. I'm looking for super fabulous. And anyway, so that, and maybe even getting together someplace, and it could be a restaurant, it could be anywhere, but I was thinking about throwing something out so all the people that participate in the barometer net, which obviously is more than our club, have them come together and have eyeball QSOs, because there's a bunch of people that I really and truly would like to know who they are, who frequent the net. They're not club members, but they're very interesting people, and it would just be a lot of fun to put that group together. There is an identity associated with the barometer net, particularly, especially with people that are there all the time, that frequent it daily or a lot. Maybe we could have a Facebook. Have content on your I think I would fire.
I don't want Jerry on my shirt.
Okay, anyway, is there any enthusiasm for a barometer net event of some kind? One, anybody? Yeah? Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay. Tech committee report, thank God. You're up.
Yay, Jason.
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet since we're running a little long here. We have reported in some previous meetings, we had looked at making 275 to be a dual analog and digital operation. When we did that, there was a problem with the analog operation such that the squelch would not stay open. Originally we thought that this was interference at the repeater site, but it did turn out to be, as I had mentioned, I feared at the last meeting, that there is something wrong with the squelch on the TKR 850. Now, it does not impact the digital mode operation because by default, the squelch is wide open for the digital mode operations because it's handled exclusively by an appropriate decode of a digital signal. So there's no immediate reason to take action on that for continuing to support 275 as the way we're using it today. The reason we were looking at it before was there was some interest in maybe having the Pajama Net move back to 275 from 444.2. And there was also some discussion about having greater accessibility to ad hoc linking of other nets over All-Star. The interest in supporting the Pajama Net, I'm assuming, is still there. I have not really heard about the All-Star linking interest. I know a lot of people who were interested in that got hotspots, and I think that has solved that issue of it, that or solved that need and interest. So at the moment, the tech committee is not planning on taking any action on 275 unless the club decides we want to change direction with what we're doing with that repeater. It could run 20 years. So if it lasted that long, it could run another 20 years the way it is, as long as we're always doing digital modes on that repeater. So that's what's on that.
Okay, and I mean, my thought is that we have a bunch of 440 machines out there kind of languishing, and that maybe having a digital playground out there is not a bad thing. So I think the executive committee pretty much feels that, and I don't want to talk for everybody because we really haven't discussed this, but I think most of us think that it should just be a digital playground for those who want to, play with D-Star and Fusion.
You said the bad word.
What's that?
I heard it.
What is it?
Which word? I missed it. Huh?
What kind of word? What's the bad word?
I've been linking it up to a D-Star net on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock during the Beacon Net. Don't tell the Beacon Net guys. But in Oklahoma, D-Star net. And we've been, last week there were 3 check-ins. They were all from Ohio. Yeah. Anyway, so, it's a fun little place to go. And there is not a whole lot of traffic there. I talked to Rod on it on C4 FM from time to time. It's fun to have the dashboard and see people in there. I talked to Jason on it a few times. Okay, and it's a nice place to go. If you got a digital radio, you can hit that repeater, and just if you key it up, somebody out there might see you're on there and come back at you. And it does work well on DMR, D-Star, C4 FM. I do have one question though, Jason, about the BoloNet on Monday nights. It used to link up to that. We could get into it through the 275. That doesn't seem to work anymore.
On System Fusion?
Yes.
Should work. Oh, no. Yes. That's a sad story.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know
if the BoloNet wants to move off of DMR, or at least Brandmeister DMR, then we can put it back up to. The problem is transcoding
I
how
know.
Brandmeister DMR kept crashing the system.
Well, we don't want to crash it, so, and I can hit that, I hit that Worcester repeater very, very good now, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, that's actually a good thing to note as well, Wayne Amateur Radio, they just moved their repeater from downtown Worcester, and it's now a little bit to the southeast of Worcester, east-southeast, at the right cardinal point, east-southeast. And the antenna is probably a good 150, 200 feet higher than it was, and it's now a commercial 11 dB gain dipole. So it's actually the on-tower setup is exactly just like we have at Doylestown, where the 2 meters up and the 70 centimeter points down. Looks funny, right? I mean, it's just hanging down there, but it works fine. It has no electrical tilt. So the coverage of that machine should be 440. That's 443.175. That machine should also have much better coverage than those two.
Okay. Brad?
You know, there are those of us who were born into amateur radio on 440, me being one of them, and any anal 440 would be, sorry about that, would be really, really appreciated, because I love just getting on my radio and talking at 440, and right now, 444.2, I'm so far down in the hole that I'm in Kenmore that like I can't even crawl out of it.
The antenna for 444.2 is also broken. Marty's going to be replacing it.
Okay, all right, maybe it'll get better. But seriously, I love 440, and just as a note, there might be other people who really love 440 analog and would love to keep going. I mean, I'm gonna get held here. Hold on.
Well, well, never mind. I'm not going to say it. There's some other possibilities.
Yeah, there's other possibilities, but right now it's going to be a digital playground.
I grew up in Kenmore, and my best suggestion is move.
All right, Gary, I've got another slide if you want to go on to the other slide. The other thing was, if you noticed in the treasurer's report, the All-Star hosting cost went up by double for a couple months. I was in the process of upgrading the hub node to a newer system. We are actually beta testing some new code. It's worked very well. So the old system is now retired. Nick likes his access to go in and fiddle with stuff now. The one thing I just turned it on this afternoon for the club meeting. I have provisioned a second hub node. It's on the same hardware. It's I think it's 430780. That I'm going to set up that people can use for testing and linking if they don't want to pull 3.9 into the linking. So people who have their own hotspots or talk to other nets can have a hub to go to that doesn't pull 3.9. So that's online. And then I'm also working on a capability. I'm not sure how well or how much we'll use this. Where's Mark at? Mark. That Mark. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna set you up for a direct access connection to the hub rather than using the phone portal. And if that works out well, we might offer that up, especially to Pete as an alternative to Echolink, where I may extract a promise that if I give you an account for a direct All-Star connection, you'll never use Echolink again. That might be a bargaining point, but because we really, with so much use of the hub and all the spokes, we Echolink and the phone portal with all the lag it just kills some of the busier accounts.
But it's odd that some people use Echolink, they're just fine. You might have to wait, you might have to try multiple times, but I used Echolink with no problem. Randy, KD8ZSH, uses Echolink, no problem. So there's something going on there where, I think it's maybe operator.
Well, you have to make sure you leave it dead, and then it also depends on the quality of your connection too. Like cell phone based connections are going to be worse than if you're on your home Wi-Fi, or if you have oversaturated Wi-Fi or a bad Wi-Fi signal, it's going to be worse than if you were. So there's a lot of variables when you get into the non-RF linking that every individual person's experience is gonna be. But I know Mark's issue specifically is that phone patch has a huge lag, and lately it's been dropping out. So.
Also, with echoing, I think they talk if you're not on the phone network, cellular network, you can sometimes use direct. And I think they said the direct does a better job than if you use the other two settings that are in there. Proxy and.
Yeah, you pretty much have to use proxy these days, because.
Right, with cellular, right, with the guy all. I know that some people say that they're, I think, Wi-Fi. One of them you can use direct.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. It doesn't work well.
Right. Yeah.
I know what they say, you should.
Yeah. I just have heard that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move right along here, please. On the air segment tonight, Ohio QSO party's coming up. That is Saturday, August 26th. Steve, you want to have a couple words about that?
Just out of curiosity, how many have operated in the Ohio QSO party? Michigan QSO party? Pennsylvania QSO party? The QSO parties are great fun. All the states have their groupings of states that get together, like the New England QSO party, where all the contiguous states get out there and operate. They're on the weekend, of course, and some are short, 12 hours. Some may go 2 days with a break in between. And there's also a state QSO party challenge where you get points for the number of state QSO parties you participate in, and they're not taxable. And you enter that by going on to 3830.org and reporting your score in it, which is simple to do. Just fill out the form. That's how you get credit for that. You don't have to do a separate entry.
I was just going to add, if anybody hasn't done contesting of any kind, Ohio QSO party is a real nice one to do. It's real easy, and it's a nice one to kind of wet your feet on if you haven't been in it. So something to look forward to.
Especially if you live in an obscure county, or have family in an obscure county that you can go to.
Just looking over your shoulder, should freak out. Kick my arm, I'll squeal.
They're great fun. They are not, they're sort of, it is a contest, but somewhat more like field day.
A little bit more relaxed.
It's a lot much more relaxed.
I like your box.
Different levels of operators in there. You may hear the words of the CW guy running on contact. You hear the guy running 5 words per minute. The guy who used his paddle for 2 years.
If you hear 8 words, it's probably Jaden.
They are great fun. The Ohio QSO party. If you get on HF, suddenly you're on one of the stations. You're not a station to be avoided because they're tired of talking to Ohio stations. So it's your nice to be one of them. And it's sponsored by the Mad River Radio Club, which is a medium-sized contest club that covers almost all except for a little base of rural Ohio, most of Michigan, but not all the way up to the upper peninsula, part of Pennsylvania, part of Indiana. They also sponsor the Michigan QSO party, which was held in the spring. So it's a great QSO party. If you want to try your hand at a little lightweight contesting, it's a great thing. They just don't operate single operator, low power from Summit County. I don't need the competition.
All right, thanks for that, Zeke. I appreciate it. By the way, this is the ohqp.org. If you want more information about the Ohio QSO party, that is where you want to go. They have everything you need to know. And you can also, if you're planning on operating, and let's say you're going to be doing some different things or whatever, You can, register your.
You can register your call sign in the county for county to operate.
Yeah, and that helps some of the county hunters.
And I think it helps the county hunters, it helps them know that, oh, they've got 3 stations operating in that county. I'll go operate from that county that nobody wants to operate from right now.
Yeah. Okay, very good. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to become radioactive. We were also discussing Sarah doing a special event. There's a couple ideas in the air. Jason, you want to go with yours?
Why don't I feel like this meeting is accruing lists of things for me to do?
Trying to bring you back into the fold.
Trying to get out.
Yeah, that's what it is. So Gary and I have kicked around the idea of wanting to do a nice special event station. And as you know, Gary is an unflagging champion of the 13 Colonies special event. So one of the things I was thinking of is we could play off of that. If you know your early American history, Ohio was part of what was called the Northwest Territories, not to be confused with later Northwest Territories or the Northwest Territory in Canada. The idea was that what we could potentially do is very similar to the 13 Colonies, host what I provisionally called the Old Northwest Territories Special Event Station. And just like 13 Colonies, have stations in the Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Try to talk to the ARRL or the Great Lakes Division, or use some official channels to see if we can find some partner clubs in those states. Let them handle the work in those states. Do a nice QSL card, kind of give out a certificate if you work all of the Old Northwest stations. We can get like call signs like W8A or W8F, something like that. It would take some work, it takes some money, it takes some volunteer time, and we need a lot of people to operate. Not necessarily from a central location. If you have a decent HF station, you can do it from home. But that's kind of the idea. But we'd have to have a lot of guaranteed participation to pull something like that off. So that was the idea.
Excellent idea. Good job.
And I think that's a great idea as well. That would entail a lot of coordination with other clubs in other states, which I'm not saying we can't do that, but
that's a risk.
Well,
it's a risk, and we have to find the right kind of clubs.
Right. And there are other special events that we could consider. I really do like Jason's. It's a little more aggressive, but I think he would have more appeal nationally. But on a local level, we do have the Soapbox Derby. That would be a great special event to be part of. So those are just some ideas. What do you think as a club? Are we interested in sponsoring a special event? And are we going to have operators to?
I think it's worth talking about. Yeah.
Okay. We will proceed. Yeah. All right. And.
Okay, me?
Okay, 2 real quick things, and I'll make them quick. Summit County Aries is still looking for volunteers for the Goodyear Half Marathon. The Goodyear Half Marathon is on August the 12th, Saturday, August the 12th. You do have to be an early riser. I'm going to be in there at 4 a.m. to get everything set up to get going, but you don't have to be there until after 6 a.m. So if you're interested and you want to help us out with the Goodyear Half Marathon, I can still use about 4 or 5 volunteers. So you can go to the Aries website, summitaries.org, and you can sign up on our website, and then you also have to sign up with the marathon. All the links and everything are on our website as far as the sign-ups. Thing number 2, many meetings ago, I did a presentation on receiving satellite SSTV video from the International Space Station. This is your chance to use what you learned at that needed. If you didn't learn anything, it's not my fault. But if you need a refresher course, if you go out to YouTube, there's a gentleman, K7AGE. He does a great YouTube video on how to receive SSTV from the International Space Station. They're going to have a special event on July 26th from 4:05 to 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time, and they're going to have they're going to send a special SSTV message to AWRL Teachers Institute students, and the downlink will be on 437 800 megahertz. So it's UHF 437 800, just simplex, and its reception is open to all, so anyone is allowed to receive this signal. It's going to be primarily beamed towards the U.S. Mid-Atlantic and New England states. Now, I checked the ISS station for that event, where it's going to be. It's going to start in the southeast sky. It's going to get to about 45 degrees for us, which isn't bad. That's a pretty good, that's pretty high up in the sky. Then it's going to go to the east, and it's going to end up dropping off then to the east. It's a short event, but remember, you don't have to have any kind of specialized satellite equipment to receive this. You can receive the space station off of just an HT standing out in your yard, because they're transmitting 25 watts, and it's 25 watts, and it's line of sight. So you should be able to receive it even with just an HT. Now, obviously, if you want to see the pictures, you'll have to use the MMSS TV software to actually decode the picture, download the picture.
Yeah, we're under a severe thunderstorm.
That's all I have, so thank you.
Tornado. Went full on tornado. I lost cell service.
All right. Thanks again, I appreciate that. And finally, we're at the end. Sorry,
I really wish I had service.
However, anything for the good of the cause. Anybody have anything?
Yeah, so we were just talking about events. Everybody knows about Ospota. That's coming up on September 9th, which is 1 month away from the Ohio CUSO. And that's a great one to be part of. I've done that before. I pick a park, a state park, and you just run.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Those are fun.
Yeah.
That's always fun, yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any other? Yes, sir.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, the Hall of Fame is still looking for amateur radio operators for the Grand Parade. For more information on it, to sign up, go to HOFCams.info. You can sign up right there on that page. And you can pick up pictures on the directional show.
Okay.
I've done it for the last 2 years, and it's a blast. This year's flight,
oh, no kidding.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
All right. All right, Tom. Thank you for that. We'll put that in the minutes, and we'll send that out to the group. Okay. Anything else? Sounds like the world's going to end here.
Tornado one.
Yeah, it's what. That's what's going on, evidently. Okay. Anything else? All right. 50-50 raffle. And I do want to mention that the next Sierra Club meeting is August 15th at 7 p.m. right here.
Party.
Are you about ready for that there, Rob?
Dick Wilson wins this raffle again. I'm going to submit my resignation.
That's right.
Yeah. I call party foul.
Okay, Mark. I mean, Fred.
Wow, there's a 2-day vacancy on the barometer next.
Whoa. I didn't say that. All right. All right. Tonight's program. Zeke's going to talk about an antenna if we don't get blown away. And theory. You know, and those things don't work.
What, theories?
No,
or myths?
Oh.
Oh.
Everybody grew up. You don't You gotta use RF and a balance.
As it should be.
As it should be. I'm kidding, but I am curious about what this is all about, so. Well, with that, take 5, and we'll get seats set up here, and we'll move on from there.
Three closer pops up.
Are we gonna do raffle now?
Yeah, we're gonna do 50-50, and then we'll
I'm gonna go take a shower.
all right. All I gotta do is step outside.
That's, yeah.
You'll have some mail coming out, you can get the hard stuff off too.
All right, good deal. Now, I need some matching bruises on my back.
Back, yeah, that's good. Thanks. What's that? Oh, really? Yeah, you could just flip that whole breaker. No, you could just. Actually, oh, I see. Actually, just disconnect it from everything.
All right.
What was the laptop?
The price is
Disconnect the laptop or anything. Yeah.
and the club is
Those are okay. Well, just flip the 8 to 8.
Got your tickets out?
Just flip the switch.
Oh, I also got, we're gonna pull a second
Yes.
ticket, I got something to give away.
Yeah, Landon was like, hey, you want to disconnect the stuff?
0007 81.
Yeah, 781.
Woohoo!
All right, thank you. I need a motion for adjournment.
Why are you rushing me? You're taking over an hour to do meetings and you're rushing me.
I won't have to rush you.
Read the number, Russ, come on.
000760.
Zero? Inside?
760.
Mark's got it.
That was my last one.
That'd be something good.
Fit, got a ball.
I'll take that.
What if it wasn't something good?
Yes.
That for accuracy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I gotta get a repeater ID for it. I wanna get an ID for it.
Oh, the one we using no longer.
I never had access to that one because it was assigned to Ken.
Yeah.
So I need to.
I didn't really touch it very far.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was trying to wait until I got the Richfield repeater online before asking for another DMR ID because they might say, well, we already issued you one and that's not one online. What are you doing?
You can put it under my name if you want. I mean, or put it under the closed name.
Well, no, because I need to put it under my name because
Who'd you say this came from?
Put under a club name or your name or somebody else's name.
So we'll all have to vote on it.
Don't worry, you guys, you won't melt.
Well, even if it's just up there as manual or repeater.
I never got the address.
We don't need it to be on DMR.
Yeah. You say you're working with the repeater right now? You say you're working with the repeater right now? The one at.
That we're gonna swap with.
We're not adjourned, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are? Okay. Yeah. Oh, we've been talking about microphone open.